A dramatic rescue takes place in Hermosa. Good evening, I'm Jack Cowell.
And I'm Julie Oberlander. Steve Long is live in Hermosa tonight with the details. Steve?
Jack and Julie, the incident here in Hermosa happened about 12:12 this afternoon in a trench that you can see right behind me. It's about 20 feet from the top of that trench to the bottom of that trench. The two men, who are family members, age 63 and 31, were working on a sewer line in that trench when there was a partial collapse. Now, the men weren't buried all the way up to their heads or anything like that. They were buried, one up to his hip, the other up to perhaps his knees or so. But there's an intense amount of pressure, as you can imagine, when all that dirt comes piling in. It requires some extra special work to get these guys out, and it's a long process. The first man, age 31, was rescued about 4 hours and 15 minutes after they became trapped. The second man, age 63, was life-flighted out about 5 hours after the original call came in. You might be wondering why it takes so long to pull off such a rescue like this. Well, this is a rare rescue, and I'm going to bring in Rapid City Fire Chief Mike Multiverne. And Mike, talk about what goes into a rescue like this and why pulling somebody out of a trench like that is such a tenuous and slow process.
Well, the biggest problem today was the depth of the trench and then really the stability of the soil around the trench, which is why the collapse occurred. When we arrive on scene, we have to make sure that the trench is safe for rescuers. So the first thing we do is establish quite a bit of shoring and with a lot of lumber and power jacks and things like that, and create a safe environment for the rescuers to work in. And then literally this rescue came down to nothing but handfuls of dirt with small picks and shovels, and responders down in the trench with the two victims, literally removing them by hand.
Now, the two victims remained conscious, you said, and were able to communicate with you guys during the process, but there was an act of compassion that I wanted you to tell me about that happened during this incident.
Well, you know, there's 50 or 60 responders who were here that probably acted with compassion today, but, you know, just something simple as offering the gentleman a sip of water to keep him hydrated. We had one of the responders holding a piece of lumber up to shield the gentleman's face from the bright sun today, and just try to take care of the people.
Mike Multiverne, thank you very much. Thanks for your work today. A successful rescue. The men are expected to be okay. Their injuries are not life-threatening. Back to you guys.